In this example, we're going to convert 34 furlongs into miles and into yards. In my math lab, you're asked to click on the icon and it will give you a lot of these different conversions that, well, we don't need all of them, but one I see in particular that we could use is this one. 1 furlong is equal to 40 rods, and it's also equal to 1/8 of a mile. If you working with 1/8 of a mile is not what you desire to work with, let's say you want to work with the decimal, you could change that to the decimal form of 0.125 miles. Just divide and you can get that decimal value. So let's start with 34 furlongs. I'm just going to abbreviate that with an F. And we're going to multiply it by the conversion fact that 1 furlong is equal to 0.125 miles. I just have to pay attention that I place the furlong in the denominator because eventually I want these two units to cancel each other out. So 1 furlong is the same as 0.125 miles. Now I can cross out furlongs as a unit, and notice I'm left with the unit miles. So in this case, what we do with the values, the numbers that are left, is we're going to multiply 34 times 0.125, and again, our ending unit here is miles. And doing that operation, that's how we end up with, we're going to end up with 4.25 miles. For the next part of this example, we're now going to change those furlongs into yards. And when I look through the list in the different conversions, I don't see one that changes directly furlongs into yards, I don't think, unless I'm missing it somewhere. But I do see one right here that changes miles into yards, and I've already changed these furlongs into miles, so I'm going to take that a step further. So let's write what these furlongs are in miles, that number that we just determined. And then we're going to take this other conversion fact, the next one, that 1 mile is the same as 1,760 yards. But again, we make sure that we place the mile unit in the denominator because eventually we're going to want those two to cancel out. And we want to be left with the unit yards. So filling in the rest of those values for that conversion, it was 1,760 yards in 1 mile. So again, if I look at the values that are left and the operations that are left, I am multiplying 4.25 times 1,760, and I'd be left with yards. And that should come out to be 7,480 yards.